Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And Scorpio, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for March 9th to the 15th. We have the Mintakan Oracle card here. We have the huge world energy. We have the Six of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Magician, the King of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So interesting energy here, guys. I mean, clearly we are talking about an ending. We've got the Ten of Wands and we've got the World. We also have a strong sense of victory here. This is a victorious ending for you. Now, that doesn't mean to say it's easy, but it means that, it is time and you're going to come out of this with your head held high and move on to much greater things very quickly that are going to grow and expand. So it's really, really nice energy. We've got the Oracle card here, which I'll come to at the end, but I think it's going to jump straight into the cards here today. So in the recent past, we see the King of Swords and the Ten of Wands. So some of you may have already been through this completion, or some of you might be on the threshold of it at the moment, because timing can be fluid with these readings, guys. But basically we see somebody who is carrying a heavy load. It can be a burden, it can be a lot of additional responsibility, whether it's in relationships or in the workplace. It can be the stress, things weighing you down, all of those kinds of things. And, it's really, really ready to be released. It's a number 10. You've been carrying it for a while. Could have been for, even months or even years with this card here. What I always notice about the Ten of Wands card is how much carrying this load blocks the vision of this person's, pathway. And for me, that kind of means that when you're really weighed down by something, or you're just got too much responsibility, too much being burdened by something, or something really on your mind, how we don't see other opportunities, how we don't have the energy, the time to explore other, possibilities, other paths, and that sort of thing. So I really feel like it's occupied a lot of space in your life. And there's other things that want to come in for you, but yeah, there's just not the room for them at the moment. I mean, this person here is really on autopilot, just going from, home to work or whatever this journey is. And, because he can't see, he or she, there's no way to kind of see that there's probably lots of other paths to take on that journey. And maybe there would have been people to meet along the way, things to see, synchronistic opportunities, but we don't see them because we are weighed down by something else. We are preoccupied, but not in a positive way. With the King of Swords here, the King of Swords is almost the opposite of this energy. Head held high, clear vision, sitting in this beautiful position on this cliff top with a 360-degree eagle-eye view of the situation. So for me, this is like, well, if you can release whatever this is, if you can, end whatever the situation is, then you are going to gain great clarity and victory. I mean, actually, there's three indicators of victory in this reading. So releasing this, whatever this is for you, is the key to being able to see clearly, to, be able to unlock, other pathways, other possibilities for your life. Now, there is that strong sense of victory with that sword there as well. But also, the King of Swords has this butterfly motif. And that's because this is great, great transformation to be had by basically, releasing what's holding you back, releasing those ties, cutting the ties, and, actually seeing clearly. Now, the King of Swords can also indicate a communication that needs to take place, which could be linked with bringing this situation to a close. It can also be a truth revealed. So you might learn something about the situation that is that, final tipping point for you to actually put down those wands and walk away. Yeah, and I really feel that, the sense of victory is strongly on your side. So in some way, this communication or this truth is going to empower you to do the right thing. And I think, afterwards you'll also be able to have that hindsight. You'll be able to connect the dots and you'll be able to see how it played out and what brought you to this moment. That's the clarity and vision of the King of Swords. So it's a great combination to have together. And as the focus energies this week, we've got the World and the Six of Wands. For me, this is the finality of the completion and almost celebrating it, really, celebrating the release. Yeah, it might be a little bit tough when you're going through that ending, it usually is for people, but This says to me, not only is it, absolutely time for this to happen, but that, it really is going to be, a sense of relief, liberation. That load is gone, getting ready to be able to get your power back, being able to celebrate, all of that kind of thing. The World is the last card in the tarot deck that says you've arrived. You're exactly where you need to be right now, because you let go of that situation when the timing was right. It's when we hold on to things beyond their use by date that we can stagnate, we can get fatigued, we can end up in a Tower moment or a Ten of Swords ending. So the World card, we see that dancer. She's just kind of effortlessly blending with the flow of life, jumping through that Saturnian hoop into her next chapter. Not saying that it's been easy, but it really talks about the fact that you have learnt the lesson that you needed to learn out of the situation, and that karmic contract is complete. And the Six of Wands shows somebody who is, riding into that next chapter with the head held high, with a sense of confidence and self-esteem. And the Six of Wands is usually somebody that has come out of a harder time, but has been victorious and is now moving into a greater sense of harmony, greater sense of peace. We have 2 number 6s in this reading. That's the card, this way of the card. The number of healing, of harmony, growth as well. So you probably got a lot of growth out of the situation. This person here is clutching the Ace of Wands. This is about reclaiming your personal power, getting back your energy and enthusiasm for life. And I think others will see that shift in you as well, because the Six of Wands can talk about public recognition as well. And that Six of Wands is also, you took the right action, you took the inspired action in order to change your situation for the better, and now you'll be rewarded. You really, really will be. And there's no greater indicator of being back in your power than the Magician. What a card. I just love the Magician. The Magician is another person that holds a wand, but now knows, that they can use that to create whatever they want for their next chapter. The Magician is an awakening to your own inner potential, that you have all the tools and resources within yourself and at your disposal to create your next chapter, something that's going to be abundant, something that's going to be harmonious, something that's going to be full of emotional fulfillment. That's the Magician energy. And the Magician energy talks about, as above, so below. It says that whatever is going on in your internal reality will be reflected back to you in your external world and attracted to you. So a good time to make sure that you've let go of all of that past situation. You've cleared that energetic slate, so then you will be attracting from that place and attract the new experiences to you. Experiences like the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a beautiful energy. It's a very, very loving energy. It's about being in a place of even giving and receiving of love again. You might have been in an uneven situation where you had to do all the work, do all the giving. Well, now things are changing, and we see somebody who is being offered some kind of cup of love. And it can be friendship, can be self-love, but guys, this can also be new love. And it can be somebody from the past coming back. That's always one of the possible interpretations of the Six of Cups, but it doesn't have to be. But either way, whatever emotional offer you might receive this week, or as soon as you've closed this door, it has the potential to bloom and to grow and to expand and go the distance. So it's a really beautiful thing. It's having that awakening to this process, to the cycle, that really unlocks your infinite potential, and the possibilities are endless, guys, when you're operating from that heart space. So beautiful energy. I absolutely love that for you guys. Okay, we're just going to close out the reading now by reading out the Oracle card. Mintarkin. Longing for home, belonging, the original Lightworkers. That's absolutely what I'm sensing here, Scorpio. This is a returning home, returning back to yourself, returning back to the heart, returning back to a place where you can give and receive love again. Okay. Mintarkins are a soul group who originated on the planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original Lightworkers. The Mintarkins' home planet is thought to have been a water world, with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakans feel most at peace and at home when in or around crystal clear water. They are here to teach us to see the potential everywhere and the light in all beings. Many Mintakans have an odd belonging for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that due to their home planet no longer being in existence, it is thought that is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pulled this card, it could mean that you are a Mintakan or are longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary to make you feel secure and safe. Definitely a returning home to the heart, guys. Lots of self-care this week. I do wish you all the best with this completion. Remember, it is, a victory for you, even though it might not feel it at the time. Things are going to unfold and expand quickly after that. Feel free to leave me a comment, guys, if you'd like to share how it's unfolding in your daily life, because I always love to hear that. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.